It's time once again for Uncle Matt's bedtime story.
Hello everybody, it's Uncle Matt and I'm here to read you another bedtime story. And I'm really excited about this one. This is a new story, just copyright in 2021. It's called I Can Fix It by Robert Munsch and illustrated by Michael Martchenko. Again, illustrated in 2021. Here we go. When Taylor was a baby, her mother gave her a blanket, the very best blanket in the world. And Taylor took hold of that blanket and wouldn't let go. When she was 1, she lay on it. When she was 2, she sucked on the corner and dragged it around the house. When she was 3, she sucked on the corner and dragged it around outside. When she was 4, she sucked on the corner and took it out on her tricycle. And when she was 5, she sucked on the corner, took it to kindergarten, and kept it in her cubby. When she was 6, she still carried the blanket everywhere until the day her big brother Jordan stole it. Actually, he borrowed it. He had spilled chocolate ice cream on the floor and used the blanket to clean it up. When he was done, he washed out the blanket in the kitchen sink, but it still had a brown spot on it, so he put lemon juice on the spot and it turned yellow. Then he put window cleaner on the spot and it turned green. Then he soaked the whole blanket in dishwasher detergent and the spot turned dark purple and the blanket shrank and got all wrinkly and scratchy. Jordan hid the blanket under the couch cushions and hoped that Taylor would not find it, but Taylor found it anyway, and she did not like the changes to her blanket. She started to yell and scream, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" Jordan came running and said, "Taylor, be quiet, it's just a blanket." Taylor screamed louder, "Ah! Ah! You killed my blanket." Jordan yelled, "Taylor, you're too big for a baby blanket anyway." Taylor yelled the loudest yell possible, "Ah! You killed my blanket. You are a terrible brother." Well, she ran into Jordan's room and started throwing his clothes and books and teenage stuff all over the place. Taylor's mother came in and yelled, "Taylor, stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now." Taylor stood in the middle of the mess and said, "Jordan wrecked my blanket. It's all messed up." Her mother gave her a hug and said, "I think I can fix it." She took Taylor to the attic and opened up an old box. "Look, Taylor," she said, "this is the blanket your grandma gave me when I was a baby. When I was 1, I lay on it. When I was 2, I dragged it around the house. When I was 3, I dragged it around outside. When I was 4, I took it on my bicycle, actually a tricycle. When I was 5, I took it to kindergarten and kept it in my cubby. When I was 6, I used it to wrap up my favorite doll. And I have kept it ever since. It's a very nice blanket, said Taylor. Yes, it is a nice blanket, she said her mom. And now it's yours. Taylor smiled and gave her mom an enormous hug. Taylor took her own new blanket downstairs and wrapped it around her doll, and then she went to fix up her brother's room. The end. Yep. I really like Robert Munsch books. They're wonderful. Well, that's all the time we have for Uncle Matt's bedtime story. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.